And good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to UndercoverETuk UK. And that's right, we are going to have a special episode today on my Wales trip. It was a blooming good success, and I want to thank Kit, Kerry, all the kids, the animals. It was all amazing stuff. It was really nice to be around a massive family, surrounded by just love, you know. Big household, people running around. I didn't know whether I was going to see a chick, a dog, a cat, a child. Every time I looked somewhere, there was something going on. It was one of those households, and to be honest with you, from a family that's massive but so far spread across the world, it was really nice just to be in that environment. So thank you so much. And also the captures, guys. It was unfortunate that out of the 3 nights we only had one really clear night, but boy, we took full advantage of that. And you know, you guys just saw the intro there. That's just the tip of the iceberg. We've got some amazing captures, and we've got a lot of it, guys. This is a big video. I can't wait to go through all the objects themselves. It's going to be insane. But first off, I did go and visit Gemma at the Druid Circle over where she lives, and it was a brilliant first visit. Guys, if you don't know who Gemma is, she goes by the name of December Star on YouTube, so check her channel out. I'll leave it in the description. She's just starting to record UAP, and hopefully we can encourage her to do some more. She's got the scenery for it, I'm telling you. So this is in the right area, guys. So let's give her some encouragement. Big thanks to Gemma. You showed us round. We visited the Druid Circle first, and guys, I've never been in an actual Druid Circle, but I've always been aware of, you know, what they look like and stuff like that. And this was somewhere really special. It's surrounded by oak trees. You can see it's just the scenery is just amazing, right? There's a billboard. I'll pull it up now. Apparently the Queen did visit, and she joined the Bards in the early 1940s before she was crowned. Not too sure why, okay, but obviously someone led her to do this and said it was obviously a requirement, or she had to do it. So she drove all the way to Wales with a lot of people. You can see from the photos, guys, there's a lot of druids and people behind her as she does this ceremony. And I looked into it a little bit more, and it goes by the name of OBOD, and there is a YouTube channel, so I have subscribed. OBOD, the Order of the Bards, Ovates and Druids, is a mystery school, a community around the world. And look, folks, I know a lot of people are a little bit off with this sort of thing. Okay, they think it's all cult stuff. I think this topic and this organisation themselves have evolved a lot since the 1940s. And although there are horror stories, you know, of way back when, and you know, all these myths and legends and all that, and it's funny I bring that up because we are in the land of myth and legend, which is Wales, right? But yeah, guys, check it out. I think it'd be interesting to sort of research this further and find out what it is they do. I do believe they talk a lot about the earth and love and all that stuff, so interesting one, guys. If you want to check out OBOD, big shout out to Gemma. Really important that we got to see what we got to see. We got to see a natural waterfall as well, and beautiful. Really strange, because we were sort of climbing up a road, going up and up and up and up, and it was hard work. But then we got to the top and got to the end house of one part of the road, and it just opened up into this little woodland area, you know, quite a stony sort of ground. And as we kept on walking, could hear water, and you could see the running water beside us, and yeah, it was amazing stuff. And eventually we came across this waterfall, folks, and it just looked like a paradise to play in. You know, if you was a kid and you lived in that area, you would play here. You would make a swing, you would make a dam, you'd do all that crazy stuff, and it was just amazing to see. And after that, we let Gemma go because we did have a long way to travel. So we got on a journey, and we went all the way, and I'm just going to back out here. So initially my journey started here where the tree line is labelled up, and we went past Bristol, over the bridge into Newport, and past Newport, and we found Gemma. From around this area we then went north, guys, and we travelled all the way to this untitled place mark here, and you can kind of see the town surrounding it, and we was roughly in this area. And as you can see, there is a lot of nothing. There's a lot of nothing going on, guys, but I can tell you one thing. The drive to this area is amazing, absolutely phenomenal. I wish I could have just recorded the whole trip, but I was restricted, and I knew I was going to get a lot of UAP captures, so I managed to get what I could. A lot of the footage I'm just going to talk over or overlay with music, because I'll be honest, I don't have like the an individual like mic to go on myself or anything like that. I've only got what I've got, so I've tried to do the best I can with what I've got, guys. But if you do want to donate to the channel, please do. I will buy new equipment and do my best to up my game as much as possible. But for now, guys, just got to use the tools that I've got. So, yeah, this drive all the way through was absolutely phenomenal. I've never seen scenes like it. And while we was there, not only did Kit, Carrie and everyone else feed me and look after me, but they showed me around some sites. And you can see that the landscape is amazing, guys. When they say the valleys in Wales, the land of myth and legend, they really mean it. Look at this. It's phenomenal stuff. And yeah, of course, we had to capture all the best bits. So Kit falling over was well timed because a UAP, well, various UAPs were going past in the moment. And if you have a look in the background, there are tiny dots just zipping past, and then we just get a close capture of one. Really clear in that moment, but boy oh boy, we captured some stuff. Now, I'm not going to spend my time talking about these little dots that are debatable. We know they're out there, and we captured so many on our travels, especially when we went around to the next water feature, the next area which had a water feature as a lovely running bit of stream. Beautiful landscape, such a lovely area. And I think that's where they used to store coal and things, so a lot of stone bunkers there that are like ruins, right? But really just a beautiful place to be. And again, thanks Kit, Kerry and the family for taking me out. It was amazing, and I hope I can come back maybe next year, you know, when the sun comes out again, for a long period. We can capture a good couple of days out there. I've got to take my family out there as well. It looks phenomenal. Anyway, like I say, out of the 3 nights we had 2 glary ones, guys, and it did leave us 1 good night to capture. And you can see from the picture, this is what we were trying to encourage, guys. We're trying to encourage people from different generations to capture UAPs because they are up there. It's very possible for us to do so. And this really, for me, is a picture that should mean something. It should encourage people. And I'm going to show you what we captured in exactly this spot, so you can see us all lined up. Not much changed in terms of where we were stood. I captured stuff on the stand. You can see the tripod there with my got my binoculars attached. Karen was stood to my right, and she captured what she captured. You know, there was only a tree just to my left in front of me that was obstructing some of the sky. But obviously, if I went high up or just turned to my right, it was all clear. There was nothing obstructing us. There was no one stood in front of us. There was nothing. We turned all the lights off from behind us and inside the kitchen area, so there was no light pollution, guys. Nothing at all. And with that said, we're going to get into the evidence because we captured some amazing stuff, and it's just the start. It's just the start of stuff that I think if everyone records, everyone puts in a little bit of effort, and we only put in 1 night of really good effort because of the weather, right? But the effort where we put it in, we got captures. And Karen yet again said to me, "Don't worry, Rob, when you come up I'll capture a UFO for you." Twice now, 2 out of 2. So thank you very much, Karen, not freaking me out at all. But we caught a lot, so let's get into the evidence. Alrighty. So for the next 25 minutes or so, we're going to be looking at UAP evidence that we captured out in Wales. Mainly my cameras, but Karen did capture the capture of the whole trip, to be honest with you. And we're going to look at it at some point in this video. I think it's towards the end. But guys, this is phenomenal stuff. I'll explain it as we go. So let's just get into it. Okay, so Karen saw this and she said, "Oh, there's one," and I looked and I was trying to find it, and I did eventually get hold of it. What happens in a minute is I think it stops and I lose it completely. So I'm like pulling the camera away and trying to find where this thing is, right? And when I do eventually find it again, I get the camera back on it. But it starts moving from left to right. It starts moving from where it was downwards. And I think I start picking it up again here. Yeah, so apologies for that. It was pitch black around me. Okay, I couldn't even see my feet in front of me. And there's no audio because the the camera itself is not built for audio, it's built for night vision and infrared, so it's only a cheapie. I will be getting something a bit better eventually, but yeah, at the moment this is what I've got to work with, guys. So yeah, I mean, really good capture. Clearly it's moving around in ways that a satellite or a star wouldn't normally move, and it's not the first time I've captured something like this, but I'll be trying to do this more often, folks. So look at that, just makes a complete turn there, dips down. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. You can see it blinking away as well. Look at that as it's moving. Nonetheless, okay, there we go. Night vision stabilised straight across the field, so right over his hedge, and just directly straight ahead. Basically, just had the tripod propped up a little bit and just went straight ahead with it. And as soon as I noticed that I was seeing orbs, I was like, Karen, I've got orbs, and she came over, and then all of a sudden everyone turned up, right? So at this point everyone's like, cameras out, get filming. And that's, you know, soon after Karen does capture what she captures. But quite a bit of time, a good hour between when we started to when she actually captured what she did. And yeah, just really active. Now, for those that were wondering, it was about 13 degrees at night. It was clear, a little bit of cloud, but not too much. It wasn't cold, it wasn't too hot, it was just right, you know. Not too much wind as well. It's pretty good night for it. Okay, so in this moment I've decided, you know, I'm going to switch to either an ultraviolet or a night vision or an infrared, right? So I went with infrared, and it does show up quite a bit better, to be fair. And so check this out, guys. And that's a thing to note, by the way. You can record using night vision or infrared. Just shows up a lot better with infrared. So there you go. No idea what that was, guys. Again, you know, obviously there would have been bugs around, but for me, what the hell is that? You know, that's not a bug, right? And we get quite a few of these. They go from, like, well, you'll see, guys. There's quite a few of these captures. Look at that. Phenomenal. And yeah, this just goes on now for the next sort of 20 odd minutes or so, and just keep watching, guys. Just keep watching. I'm not going to. It's all good, you know. It's all really good. So I'm not going to forward it to anything else. I'm just going to play it on. And I hope this encourages families, especially if you're living out in the sticks, you know, in the middle of nowhere. I hope it encourages you guys to film the skies, film in front of you, especially at night, during the day, whenever you get a chance. We had stuff daytime, nighttime. Obviously the nighttime looks like the most compelling, right? But if you capture these things during the day, you're going to get colour, detail, size, everything. And it's possible. It is possible, you know. If everyone filmed the skies, everyone, we would have disclosure within a week. Within a week. There would be too many of us. And that's the goal, folks. That's the goal. That's what we're trying to encourage here. Look at this. Now, I'm not going to say what these are, because I've got no idea. I've got no idea what they are. I think they're anomalous. I think some of the things you're about to see in a minute, and the object that Karen captured, was anomalous. Not something that we would have. Shouldn't be hanging around in the middle of nowhere. And yet these things are, you know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on all of this, guys. I just encourage you to watch it all before you make a comment, because some of these objects look a lot better than others, you know. And when one of them is credible, you then got to look at all of them, folks. This is just the way I see it. And I know some people, the brain will be telling you, look, this has got to be something explainable. Maybe it is, but I'm telling you now, in a minute, and you've seen it at the start, there's some stuff going on that I just can't explain, guys, you know. Not too sure what the flickering was there. It might have been me playing with my head torch. because there was a time where I was trying to punch the head torch into the sky to try and track something. Whether that worked or not, I don't know, but we had a craft in the sky, folks. And whilst this was all going on, I was busy just looking through the LED screen on my binoculars. Karen was filming upwards, and what she captured, like I said, something else. It looked like a craft, the way it moved. Just keep watching, guys, just keep watching. And this is the same, it's all happened in the same part of the sky in the same area, so it's not like we were filming in different directions or anything. This was all happening in the same area. Just comes in like that quickly and then goes up and darts back off the way it came. There was no wind. There was barely any wind. I know a small gust or a small swirl in the air that we can't even see or barely feel would potentially make things really like move in ways that we can't explain, right? But you'll see in a second, man. Some of these things are intelligently moving, you know. It's hard to deny. Look at that. That's mad. That is mad. That is just insane. Look at this thing. We get better yet, guys. We get better yet, don't worry. Oh. Oi, oi. Look how slowly that one's moving in comparison to the other ones. What's going on there? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is going on there? Some of these are massive as well. Some of these are big, some of these are small. So, again, there's a lot of variation in speed, size, colour, shape, density. What the fuck's going on? You know? Cool. Look at that. Flipping heck. Flipping aura. And the big orb just pulsates and goes past. Look at that. We've got to develop stuff. We've got to develop better cameras for down here. Make them easily accessible so we can learn about this. It's not going to be hard to work this out. Universities will be all over this. If they just knew, they'd be all over it. Maybe some are already, but come on, guys. Look at this. You can see the gravitational field around that thing. It's got its own area there of space outside of our gravitational field. You know, it's just moving slowly, but I'm sure it could probably move very, very fast if it wanted to. These things could be craft, you know, and there could be trillions of these things on the planet. In fact, I'm going to go over it in my next video. But It's hard to say, I know. It's hard to say. And this is where we need to develop more than what we have, you know, already. Look at that. Yeah, we've got a purple one flying around. We've got a tic-tac shaped one. We've got quite a few different ones. Look at that. That one's really wobbling, that is. It's kind of like, it looks like it was spinning like that. There it is again. Look at that, that's mad. That's madness. There it is again. Yeah, damn right, I had to slow that part down. Look at it. Another one in the background there, look. Flipping heck. 4 minutes past 11 at night. All the lights are off. This is what we got going on, guys. Big purple close up. Check it out. Look at that. Huh? It's like one of them violet sweets, isn't it? No, I ain't been chucking sweets into the air. I just don't know how else to describe it, guys. This is some crazy stuff. Look at that thing. What's it doing, man? What is going on? That one drops down. That one shoots across. Is this smoke coming out? Looks like smoke, doesn't it? The way it just forms there and then spins, right? Just sort of turns there. I mean, smoke can come out like that, I guess, but that's a bit freaky. Then an orb comes through, and you know, if the smoke's going that way and this orb's going the opposite way, surely, you know, what's going on there, right? It can't be air that's moving these orbs. Surely not. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments. Maybe I'm way off. Okay, look at this one. Look at that, Pinky. Flipping heck, mate. That's just madness. That's madness. I wouldn't even know a bug that big. Like, it's just crazy to me. Right? Oh man. What on earth was that? So, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Get your cameras in the skies. Can see a dark object in the centre there. Look at that. That's mad. Flipping heck. Guys, look, certain people in the world aren't going to want me to show this, so please leave your comments. Make sure you're doing more than 7 words as well, because apparently that's helpful for the algorithm. Leave your comments, subscribe, hit the notification bell twice as well, folks. Twice, not just once, twice to bring it from personalised all to all. So you've got the white bell icon lit up, and you've got the tick next to it as well. You don't want it on personalised, guys. A few things that I'm trying to learn along the way here. So yeah, please help us out. I'm planning to do this a hell of a lot more often if I can get support. So consider a membership as well. I need to be able to keep going, and every time I leave this place, to go out and film, I'm in the minus every single time. So please, look, I'll keep doing it until I'm on the streets if need be, but I need your support. So please get a membership if you can, folks. It just keeps me going, regardless of views, you know. But yeah, I can't wait. This is just the beginning. Like, I can't wait to really get out there and do more. And like I say, planning a trip next year to America, contacting the desert. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully I've got a few more bits of equipment, and then I can really go at it. Look at this. Oh. So I moved the camera around here because I'm trying to, you know, change it up a little bit, right? And I've noticed there's things going on to the left, so I'm like, okay, let's see if I can bring the camera over, and I do. And yeah, same story. You can see the tree there just to the left, and I think that's where Karen's now sort of, this is kind of where Karen had her capture. It was right by this tree, I believe. And you'll see in a minute, because it's insane. And I'll try and explain what's happened to the best that I can. All I know is we can't put anything up there. There was no one in front of us, and there's no way. There's just no possible way that a light could be seen unless there was something up there. There's just no chance. So, oh, look at that. Oh, get in there. Get in there. I do love a crisscross and interaction happening. Look at this. Pinky's just wobbling on. And then Mr. Violet comes up and they're like, hey. And they just pass. That stops and heads back. Look at this one now. Cool. Incredible. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. They just keep coming. They just keep coming, honestly. And, you know, I've edited this footage. There's a lot I've left out, guys. You know, a lot of just basic stuff, but... Again, two more interacting there. I mean, class interaction how you will, but these things are flying together and have been for some time, you know. To me, that's interaction. Yeah, so Karen's capture is not these, by the way. It's something else. It's a craft, I'm telling you guys. So keep watching. We're nearly there. Look at that. It's just lit up the whole camera as well. Like, what the f is going on there? Whoa. See that orb then? Just boom. Look at that. Another crisscross. Classic. This thing's going mental. Woohoo! Look at that. And you know, it wasn't just me looking at this, guys. We were all stood behind this, one after another, taking a look whilst it was recording. You know, there was enough of us there witnessing what was going on the camera. So, oh, look at that. And that is a special moment, because that is, it looks like a snail, doesn't it? Or a turtle or something. The way it comes in like this, it's pulsating. You can see the plasma going like formed around it, like the whole This is some crazy stuff we've got going on, folks. That is insane. That is insane. I just cannot get over how good that is. Look at this thing. Flipping chasing it, man. I don't know what that is. Remember I showed you on the previous video about how the UAP they can move very swiftly, as fast as they like. And this is what I'm talking about. Just the G-forces doesn't matter. Everything that we have to consider does not matter. This is the technology they have, or whatever they're using. They're able to do this, whether it be a natural thing or a technological advancement. It's insane, to say the least. Okay, we're on to Karen's. Now there you go. There's where she stood. This is where she's capturing this thing, right? And you can see there's something obstructing it now in front. And then, boom, you get to see. You actually get to see the craft, guys. Look at this thing. Yeah, so you can see there's like maybe a tree in front of this thing. I have no idea where this has come from. There is no one in front of us. Karen is to my right, so I'm to her left. I'm over here. She stood here. The rest of everyone is to her right, okay? She must have been filming towards a tree because something is covering this up. Or there's another object there that we couldn't see. But look at this. What the hell could that be? And what's more, guys, and this is what's really interesting. This thing, and you can see here, what the flip, takes a dive, goes side on and goes like that, and then just drops down extremely fast. And guys, I've got an arrow pointing here because there is a star visible. Okay, so where she's like this, she's just capturing a star. And you can see it's not her camera that's gone like this and done that. The star's still there. And yet this object has just shot behind the tree. Yeah, it's dipped down, shot behind the tree, and you see glimmers of it. There. Now I don't know what that was. I can't explain what would have 3 lights and a red one. We didn't have any equipment like that. I took a picture of the house behind me the next morning to see if there was anything hanging off that could somehow be shining up in the air that could produce that. There's nothing, obviously, right? We made sure all the lights were off when we started recording. We could barely see each other. So I don't know where that's come from, folks. I really don't. And if I could brighten this up any more, and I've tried, we'd see a tree here. I'm fairly confident of that. And so hats off to Karen for having the best capture of the night. In my opinion, that certainly was the best capture of the night and the best capture of the whole trip. And all I can say is hats off to you once again for telling me that you were going to capture a UFO and for me, and that you have. And again, I'm just blown away. I'm absolutely blown away. Guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for all of your time, and thank you Karen, Kit, Adam and his family, all the kids of that household, the animals, the patients. I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Guys, please support Gemma, December Star. Please support me as well, and please support the public's evidence. That's what it's all about. Thank you, take care, all the best, and I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch up with you guys very soon. Bye bye for now.